three things came out across most of our work. The first was the importance of context, and by that we specifically mean what type of political settlement is in place. How does that shape the incentives and ideas of governing elites, and how does it shape their capacity and commitment to particular forms of development? And we find this to be critical. And we think we do identify some specific patterns whereby if you have concentrated settlements with a broader social base, then you find yourself with a governing elite, for example, that is not just feels committed to responding to a number of social groups in a way that could lead to more a democratization of development, but also more capable of doing so because it's not facing the same degree of challenge from alternative sources of power, and may be able to look at things over longer time frames. So for each of the different types of contexts we've identified, types of political settlements, we think we're able to identify the different pathways through which development might occur. Not to suggest one is better than the other, but what a different type of political settlement does is shape the trajectory through which development can be achieved, even if different settlements can actually achieve the same levels of growth or reductions in maternal mortality. They're likely to do things along different routes. So concentrated power in Rwanda led to it to reduce maternal mortality in one way. Much more dispersed political settlement in Bangladesh led to a completely different route for its also impressive performance on maternal mortality. So context matters, but it matters in specific ways depending on the type of political settlement. And coalitions are really important. We find that most political settlements fail to generate sort of systemic, coherent incentives for elites to overcome collective action problems, to come together to build institutions that can deliver growth, deliver resources more equitably across the country. And in that situation, then you need a lot of agency. You need people and groups coming together to try and wrestle with those, if you like, structural barriers to action and progress. And so we identify both at the level of ruling coalitions or policy coalitions or implementation coalitions that you need stakeholders coming together, if you like, politically salient actors with different power levels between them, politicians, bureaucrats, firms, social movements, traditional authorities, sometimes international donors or epistemic communities from the broader global arena, forming alliances around a particular type of set of reforms and pushing them through despite obstacles, creating new ideas and new incentives to act in different ways. So we found coalitions were really a key mechanism through which political settlements, the sort of choppy waters of political settlements, could be navigated. And the third C is capacity. That we still need states to be effective in delivering, that no other institution has emerged that is capable of protecting national territories from the predations of global capital and making sure that countries are represented in the global governance structures, capable of protecting citizens, of exploiting natural resources, hopefully in sustainable ways, of protecting citizens. So in the past, the good governance agenda had tilted the debate around the state towards accountability and democracy as being the most significant things. We completely agree those are really important. What we want to see is a rebalancing of the agenda to take state capacity seriously. That states need to be actually capable of doing stuff before, or at least alongside, being held accountable for that. So we wanted to, I guess, re-emphasize the role of state capacity in delivering development.